Well, here we are here after hours, early morning, Saturday morning, real early. I'm back in my buddy's shop, and we got some new parts we're gonna put on the Turbo S. I'm gonna try to do a couple install videos, review videos. I've had a couple people asking me about our units and kind of some parts we've been putting on, and I was going to do a little walkthrough and kind of tell you some things that we had on our units, and well, my unit in particular. I've got recently picked up some ORB Radius Rods, from Off-Road Beast, drove up to Off-Road Beast and picked up some, up in Paris, Tennessee, picked up some Radius Rods and a Radius plate. I've been having some issues. I have some shock therapy springs, and I have taken off my front sway bar and used some limit straps, and my rear, I'm going to show you that my rear is, I still have the sway bar on the rear. I want to take the sway bar off the rear. We don't ride a lot on the roads, we don't ride fast, we do a lot of slow driving, a lot of crawling. I want to try it. I want to take off my rear sway bar and see how that goes, but taking off the rear sway bar, I know I need to use limit straps to keep my shocks from being damaged. So picked up some also, well, on that note, I did order some Sandcraft limit straps, and waited on those, and I'm not sure what happened, but I just want to give a shout out to Moto Joe's in Columbia, Tennessee. He had a set of limit straps for me and my buddy, and drove up last night to get them, and he actually stayed after hours for me to get them and pick them up. So I want to give a shout out to Joe. Thank you, Joe, for hanging out and staying there a little later, and I think he actually got a few extra customers. But you guys ought to check out Moto Joe's there in Columbia if you're in that area. May give you a link in description. His shop's very impressive. He's got a lot of stuff on hand, a lot of parts in there. Liked it. I loved it. I don't need to be going in there with a lot of money because I'm going to be spending it. So appreciate it, Joe at Moto Joe's. I need to come down and ride with us sometime. But gonna go over the razor real quick, and then we're gonna show you some the before and after of putting the radius rods on, and then we're gonna try to lower the rear end. I've got my shocks rates set pretty high on my shock therapy springs, and I'm gonna try to get that down, and we're gonna adjust that. So giving you a little rundown of what I got here. Got some shock therapy springs on front and rear. Like I said, we mostly do trail riding. We don't do a lot of fast riding. We don't jump dunes and do all that. So we like to ride comfortable and slow and crawl. Do have shock therapy front limit straps. I have taken the front sway bar off. I do like that. I want to take the rear off. That's what we're going to be doing today. ORB bumper. I possibly plan on probably adding the top part of the bumper. Everything else is pretty stock. I want to eventually do forward arms, but I don't have everything else is stock on that part. I got some KMC wheels, 35-inch Rockzillas, got to go with those. I've got tree kickers, ORB tree kickers. I did the wide tree kickers, use those all the time. Super ATV, the wide fender flares, have busted those a few times. They are wider, they keep a little extra mud off, but I have actually busted the front wide ones off. I kind of got tired of the wide look and went back with the factory. A lot of people ask me about my wrap. Great job done at Design Team here locally in Savannah, well in Hardin County. Have a new location. Kind of had an idea what I wanted to go through. A lot of people can't see, but the wrap's on top. But they did a great job with the wrap. I didn't want to completely cover it all, but from what I asked, they delivered. I do have an aftermarket Assassin's tune. I think it's stage 3 tune. Chupacabra mirrors. Somebody was asking about my mirrors. I do like these. These are really good. Pod lights. I'm not sure. It's Amazon pod lights. I know these are. These may be Amazon too, but they work pretty good. Infinite off-road rock lights. Infinite off-road 2-foot of the 1.5-inch whips. I do have aftermarket Assassin charge tubes. I have Trinity Stage 5 exhaust. Gotta love the exhaust. Did put a gear reduction in. I feel like if anybody has a Turbo S 4-seater Ultimate, you do want to put a gear reduction in if you plan on using 35s. That's just a no-brainer. It's life-changing. It's totally different, but I'm not sure exactly what gears. I used all Polaris brand. I didn't use any Amazon. I used all Polaris brand. It's like a Ranger Low or something. I can't remember, but I'm sure you guys all know. But I did put the gear reduction in, and it's very, very good. But I'm just kind of show you here. Oh yeah, my sound bar I use a XL. Let's see, XL 1250 power base on it. It does pretty well. The doors, I forgot about the doors. Moto Armor doors, love them. Install great doors. L&W Fab, I think this is their 8-inch drop, the Gordon Low. That's what this is, the Gordon Low. Any you guys are ever looking at that? I looked at it for a long time. I planned on getting an ORB cage, and I just happened to run short notice, and they had this, so I just went and picked it up. Been very pleased with it. It is a low cage for a tall person, but it's just right for me. I'm not too tall, but a Gordon Low cage. So here's what we got here. We got some ORB raw. I decided not to do the powder coated, just to do a raw look. I'm hoping that this, I know it's going to turn. It is aluminum. It's porous. I'm decided not to clear it or anything, but we'll see how it goes. I keep them pretty clean, and I know it's going to turn eventually, so I just decided not to paint it and go with the raw look. I do like this. I haven't seen a whole lot of this, but this is something new that ORB offers. Radius plate, and does have the knuckles here. I'm kind of excited about that. I think it looks pretty cool. You can use your tie strap, but so that's what we're going after. I'm gonna try to drop it down. I know I've got my spring rates up pretty high. I can't see up there, but I'm gonna try to get it down a lot lower. I know that, is it this bushing right here? I noticed last time we changed the oil, I think it's my lower bushing is a little loose, and I know it was time, and I thought, you know, it's time to get some new parts, right? So instead of just replacing the bushing, and I know these are fine, I'm sure these are fine, and I probably didn't need it, but you know, what's the fun in that, right? So we got to get some more parts, so always adding. So I'm pretty excited about this, putting this on, seeing how much better it looks and rides, and how it strengthens it. So cut my rig up, man.
He gone. Weight reduction.
Weight reduction. Now we'll get the little derrick rebuilt kit on it.
Good for Josh. Here you go. Happy birthday. Huh?
soft shackles. You got 2 sets. What do you think about it? It's too shiny?
Way too
shiny. Too shiny?
But it's not ours.
So we'll fix that.
We'll fix that. It ain't gonna last long.
Paint it blue.
Let's see, I'm gonna keep this. The rare occasion. Oh, it's got a ring. Uh-oh. What? What'd you do?
Oh, that's something else.
See, I don't think he's
A rare occasion. You know, it's don't happen too often. I get to hold a holder in.
Just got to put a little grease on it and we'll be good.
You know, I gotta earn some grease on my pants.
We're in here, you'll get it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jay?
Well, look at that. What do you think about that? That's a lot better. Lowered down, level. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Sweet.
Sweet. Now my short wife maybe can get in the cooler a little bit better. Got a good limit straps. Had to go on the inside. We couldn't do the limit straps on the outside due to the electronic Fox Racing Dynomatic suspension, but we'll be all right. Get everything set up and adjusted and lined, and looks good. Try to get out and ride it. All right, final verdict. Got everything put on and decided that I like it. So I was worried about taking the rear sway bar off and having a lot of body roll on the road. I don't really ride a lot of the road. We don't drive really fast. We more or less mainly trail ride. That's really what we do. We drive slower. So a couple of other guys we ride with, they have their rear sway bar off, front and rear off, and they love it. So I thought I'd give it a try. Worst case, I don't like it, I can stick it back on. But driving it home, I love it. I think it's great. So I'm excited to hit the trail. We got a Coalmont trip coming up here pretty soon, a couple weeks. So I'm gonna try to hit it up. So got everything installed. Had a little issue with the limit straps. Normally they go on the outside, but being this is a Dynomax suspension with the Fox Racing, with the electronics, we got to get on the internet and look, and everything we're seeing, they have to reverse the limit straps into the inside. Once we did that, we seen that they fit, but you can't put the limit straps on the outside. For sure, it's not going to work. So once we had that issue resolved, we were golden. So everything got installed, lowered the springs down just a little bit. I do have shock therapy springs. We went at the rate that shock therapy, when we installed these last year, we went at the rate that they said, and we rode them for a while. I found that the body was a lot higher, and it had a really good lift, but I just felt like it was too high. They did say that after a period of time that your springs would sag, would droop some, and I don't know, I just didn't think that was the case very much. So so we lowered it down. I think we lowered it about 1 inch. So I've got more of that Turbo S look. So but the radius rods are just beautiful. I got the raw, did not order the powder coated. I decided to go with the raw, so let's see how hard that's going to be to keep clean. And I know it's not going to stay like that forever, but may take a mother's wheel and one of those mother's polish wheel and polish. You can polish aluminum and try to do that. So may do that, clean that up. But check this out. ORB sells these. Looks like brass nuts, but it's aluminum knuckles. So I just thought that was cool. It's a cool little addition. So it's pretty cool. Now I kind of wish I had the Trinity exhaust, the color of the Trinity exhaust that would match that. But it sets a lot better. I've got more of a even. It sets more even now. It's not so high in the rear. Didn't do anything to the front. The fronts were pretty good. So anyway, that's my conclusion. Can't wait to try it on the trail. I'm hoping that I can tell a big difference in the ride. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and see you till next time.